Fired up by all this love, it wasn't long until we caught the scent of competition. To be honest with you, it wasn't always that easy. Joe here, he had to take on 2 side jobs to afford playing professionally. It's gonna get better, Joe. Fist bump. Some of you dared to not even call this a sport. And look where we are today. An endless stream of esports events every year. Bet you didn't see that coming, Mom and Dad. And you know what? We have been with you every single step of the way.
Dream of working with people you watch on screen. Exclusive esports opportunities handpicked just for you. Candidate profile to raise above competition. Let 10GG handle routines. Make a step towards your dream today.
Hello and welcome back to the Pinnacle 25th Anniversary Championship Cup. And it's a big tournament. You know, we have 4 groups. We have $100,000 prize pool on the line. We have some pretty impressive teams coming at it, like Falcons, Alliance, and some more. In fact, so we have a little bit of time while the teams are getting ready. Let's look at some of the teams that are going to be competing in these 4 groups. So in each of the group, we're going to have 5 teams, and top 3 are going to be able to advance. So this is going to be the group we're currently at, which has Alliance, Xctn, Hustlers, Nemiga, and Clemsani 4. Hustlers used to be D2 Hustlers, but now they just call themselves Hustlers. And pretty cool that we have people also from different parts of the world competing for this one. And the first match, just now we saw Alliance take on Nemiga. The score is currently 1-0 in favor of Alliance. This is going to be the schedule of the day. After this match, we're going to go to KZ Team versus Navi Jr. Afterwards, I'm going to be relieved, and then Harryfreak is going to come out. He's going to cast Atlas Burn versus Moneymakers and Hustlers versus Clem. Again, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this name wrong. I just don't see this very often. But yeah, we're going to be running this tournament for about like 2 weeks. I think something close to like 16 days, where we're going to have 4 best of 3s a day until we get to the playoffs, and we're going to reduce them a little bit. And yeah, what's cool about this is going to be the last tournament of the current patch, and also the first tournament of the upcoming patch, which should be releasing in about 15 hours or so. So I look forward to it. You guys can tell us in the chat what you're looking forward to seeing in the upcoming update. So in the first game, Alliance, they went for a very team fight oriented draft. Faceless Void, Tidehunter, as well as Phoenix worked really well for them. In between using their ultimates, they were kind of vulnerable, but Nemiga never felt like they really took advantage of it. I like how Nemiga played overall. I felt like they were able to drag the game out to almost 50 minutes, able to push out the lanes. So bad with his Train Protector was able to keep the towers alive, but in general, they kind of lacked the ability to say, oh, we're gonna win a team fight and then go to your base. It's always like, oh, they don't have ultimates. Let's like try to be careful and not get picked off or something like that. I would like to see Nemiga come out back strong in game 2. And if you guys are wondering what we're seeing in the current meta, the meta is basically figured out. So with the carry role, we're seeing a lot of Spec, Muerta, as well as Chaos Knight. Those are sort of the premium carries that you can get. Mid lane has Kunkka, Earth Spirit, Primal, as well as Necrophos coming out. Just you want a lot of control and tank coming out in your mid laner, which is weird because I used to be the offlaner's job, but no, that's different now. And in the offlaner, we see a lot of Spirit Breaker, Centaur, Magnus, and Bristleback. Bristleback, if you've been watching any clips of him, feels absolutely broken, which he kind of is. You get him the Bloodstone, the items, and no one can kill him. As position 4, we see a lot of Dark Willow, Muerta, and a little bit of Phoenix, Grimstroke, Shadow Demon as well coming out here. And position 5, we see a bit of Train Protector, and that's kind of the unique thing here. And there are a few other heroes that come out here and there, like the Mid Dazzle, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's there. And during the game, we'll show you guys the odds of the 2 teams as they're playing, so you guys can know what you feel, what the consensus is overall about them. So Alliance, they do have a standard, by the way. They're not playing with Chuyen in the mid. They have Thompson coming in for the team. They have Charlie, S4, Pablo, and Hanskin. For Nemiga, it's Violent, who's the only member of the former Nemiga. I feel like Nemiga won a couple of these Pinnacle Cup Malta vibes. And yeah, there we go. We are still, as we mentioned, we are waiting for the team to come in. So Thompson is going to be standing in for them today. We don't know if he's going to be standing just for this series or the entire tournament. They did register with Chuyen, so it feels like it's probably just going to be for today, maybe another day as well, while Chuyen gets settled in here. And let's look at Nemiga as well. And yeah, Violent, he's from the old squad. The rest are all relatively new players to the team. I believe some of them have actually played before on Nemiga. And yeah, it's Einkrad, BT, Force Major, and Smee, as by the way. I'm actually casting and in the team. You know, I'm doing both at the same time. How? I can't tell you. My secret. In the meantime, let's go. We have the draft phase. Let's go and see what we're working with. Looks like Alliance does have first pick, but Nemiga, they have the Radiant side. And again, we talked about this before game 1 began. We're going to repeat it. It seems Radiant is just really strong right now. 72% win rate in the current patch, in the ESL qualifiers, which is absolutely insane. Well, what are they going to ban here first for Alliance? I like the team fight style approach that they took. You know, it does mean you kind of have to go late, because when you use your abilities to team fight, you later on can't really threaten when you go high ground. So it's like you have to be able to 40 minutes, so that when you go to the high ground, you actually take buildings really quickly. Alliance, they get rid of the Necrophos. Nemiga, they decide the Phoenix is a bit too scared. I cannot fault them. Pablo's Phoenix was phenomenal in the previous game. Insane amounts of damage. Hey, he's actually less damage than Hanskin's Nature Rough, but the egg is such a factor. You know, egg comes out, the heal. We saw a couple times they jump on Charlie, the Sunray comes out, and you're like, oh crap, now we can't really hit the guy. So a little bit unfortunate for them. And we're working with Weaver. This is the second time Alliance bans Weaver. They don't like playing against this hero, it seems. Is Weaver overpowered right now? He's certainly very mobile, and his ultimate's annoying. The shard's really good now compared to before. I don't know. I still haven't seen a whole lot of Weaver to really have an opinion on it just yet. Nemiga taking a little bit of time here, and they get rid of the Dark Willow. Probably, as we mentioned earlier, this hero with a Hand of Mice and Aghanim Scepter is very powerful, and you can play it as a position 4. You guys have like 4 cores later on, and Bristleback being removed. So Spirit Breaker is actually still in the pool. If Alliance wants to, they can ban something else and just pick up a Spirit Breaker, which I'll be honest feels like the best thing you can do. If you want to win, you take Spirit Breaker every single chance you get. And one of your counters is gone. The Dark Willow usually you can't charge because of the Bramble. So Konka's Water Park isn't there. I don't know. If I were Alliance, I'd be really thinking about that one. Maybe, of course, they just prefer something else. They banned out the CK. All right. Spirit Breaker. He's right. If you don't take Spirit Breaker, Nemiga will have that opportunity, which is... Alliance has done this before. They have given away Spirit Breaker. Oh, there you go. Oof. All right. For a second, I thought they might not take it. If anyone was wondering, well, what's so good about Spirit Breaker? Firstly, have you watched Dota recently? He's the best hero in the game. You go Phase Boost, Hand of Mice, Octarine to Aghanim Scepter. You just charge around the map. You have permanent uptime on Bulldoze. You basically have no cooldown on your charge. You move insanely fast. You do insane damage. You have 3 ways of piercing BKB. Like, the hero is just insane. It's too good right now. Alright, Nemiga. You know Spirit Breaker's there. Who do you want to take? Shadow Demon is kind of good, as well as the Invoker. You know, both of these have some form of Dispel. Brewmaster as well. You want some form of Dispel to remove Bulldoze. Unfortunately, it's not a biggest deal if you can remove it, just because most of the time Spirit Breaker is going to reapply it in a few seconds anyway. It's nice, but it doesn't crush the hero like the cooldown is just too low on the Bulldoze. That's the problem. And on Nemiga, what are we waiting for here? This opening pick, they could take the Treant Protector again, but I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure. I wasn't really, like, he did fine. He did what Treant Protector things here, but I don't think the hero is worth first picking in a draft. Not when there are other options. Not when there's a Primal Beast in the pool, for example. Not if you want to take like Magnus or Centaur. What do they go with? They go with the Grimstroke. There's one nice thing about the Grimstrokes is you can soul bind like someone as Spirit Breaker charges in, then he gets like latched onto him, which is kind of cool. Inkswell is a good way of moving people away from Spirit Breaker. It's okay, but again, I'm surprised that this is their opening pick. I feel like you can take this later on. Well, that's what they believe is really good. Alright, Shadow Demon comes out. We talked about the Dispel, and Shadow Demon's ultimate is one of the best. And while Bulldoze does have low cooldown later on, a lot of that does come from the Octarine core and the level 15 talents. Without those, it's like, it's okay. And of course, Alliance, they remove the Primal Beast. Nature's Prophet comes out. So Nemiga, they're like, your support duo. No more, none of that. That was too good. My question is, will you give Spirit Breaker to S4? Because he tends to play a lot of the very stable heroes, you know, like a Tide Hunter, a Centaur, a Tide Hunter again. You know, it's like we don't really see him play those super active, high pressure heroes very often. So I don't know if Spirit Breaker is an S4 hero. I think it might more likely go to Pablo if I was honest. And Pugna comes out. Okay, there's a Pugna. Not sure what Pugna gives. I mean, it gives you good tower pressure for sure. The heal is nice too. Don't feel like Pugna does too well against the Spirit Breaker, but yeah, like maybe they're just thinking we can pressure our towers. Feel fairly certain this is gonna be Pugna support unless Aincrad's like, hey, Thompson, let me show you how I do it. Alliance. What do you want to take here with a Spirit Breaker? Spectre. You want to go, here's the thing. If you have Spirit Breaker, you can go very global with your lineup. So I like the idea of taking Spectre. You know, you charge someone, Spectre shows up, you're like, great, this is so much fun. I'm absolutely enjoying this game. So I wonder if they're going to consider that for Charlie here. And if you don't take it, honestly, Spectre, Nemiga might just consider taking it or banning it for themselves. Like, Spectre feels like a very hot commodity in a game where Spirit Breaker is a factor. Because you can also, if you are, being charged, you can say this, Spectre's against the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker shows up, you throw a Spectre there, she can help her allies survive. Oh, Dawnbreaker as well. Yeah, allies could go for a very global lineup. They go for the Dazzle. Alright. That's probably Thompson's hero. Probably. Let's see what they want to pair it up with. Yeah, I'm liking the idea of like a Spectre or a Dawnbreaker. Go global. You know? Spirit Breaker, what do they go with? They go with the Chen. Alright, that's some interesting push strategy coming out. Good amount of heals. But AA is in the pool. Nemiga, though, they've shown both their cores, their supports, right? It's Pugna and Grimstroke. So you're unlikely to take the AA. We'll see if Nemiga pivots and puts Pugna as a core role, but I don't like that. Plus, Chen's heal is... I don't know, I feel like with the Chen and the Dazzle... I don't know. I don't really see AA coming out for Nemiga here. Plus, you'd be so damn squishy. AA, Pugna, and Grimstroke? Oy. That's just asking for a beating, it feels like. Let's see. Alliance... What do you want here, Nemiga? A form of wave clear would be nice, actually. But, I mean, Chen's creeps are pretty damn durable. We say wave clear, it's not like you can stroke a fate and Nether Blast and you kill them. They're just very, very tanky here. Nemiga, they've been taking a lot of their reserve time. They're down to only, what, 15 seconds now? Who do they go with? They go with the Brewmaster. I thought that was going to come out earlier, quite honestly. Your split gives you a Dispel, you're basically unkillable. And you can put him forward. I think his Dispel actually does damage to summoned creeps. I'm not sure if that works on Chen creeps. Someone in chat will probably help me out with the mechanics that way. Pangolier is going to be the mid lane for Aincrad here. Good solid team fight coming out from Nemiga here, and fairly low cooldown as well. You have I'm liking what they're working with. I'm liking what Nemiga has at the moment. It's very balanced, you have heals from your support, decent control coming out from your cores, although it is a lot of its ultimate base. I mean, actually, Inkswell, you can Inkswell and get a stun off, it's not bad. Alliance, You want Spectre? I feel like Spectre won't really enjoy a lane with Brewmaster plus either Grim or Pugna. Like, it's pretty annoying, but you have Chen backing you up, and he's a fantastic laner with the right creeps. So I'm still on the Spectre train for Alliance. I feel like Spectre just gives you a whole lot. Who do they go with? They go with the Faceless Void again for Charlie. I'm not seeing a whole lot of synergy for him inside the Chrono. Sure, Dazzle with Aghanims, if you can like group them up, that's really good. But you know, it's Chronosphere, it's not RP. You don't bring people together. They might be pretty far apart. We've seen Charlie get a pretty impressive Chronos, but they're on where people are on edges, you know, both sides of the edge, or whatever you want to call it. I'm fine with the Faceless Void. The last pick though needs to be something that works well with it, and it's very likely going to be their offlaner. I'm assuming that Spirit Breaker is going to be position 4 and Chen's going to be 5. Alliance's draft is pretty open. You know, you might have Dazzle mid, you could have Dazzle off, you could have Spirit Breaker as a 2, 3, 4. The only thing we know is Faceless Void is going to be 1 for Charlie, Chen's going to go to Handskin. Nemiga, a little bit more predictable. It's Aincrad on the Pangolier, it's BB on the Brewmaster, and then Pugna on one of the support heroes. I mean, Force Major is going to take one, and then Soba is going to take the other. I think... I don't know, which one do you guys think is a better position for, the Pugna or the Grimstroke? They both kind of want the same items, right? It's like Aether Lens plus Shard, and then you're kind of like done for the rest of the game. Then what? You want to get like a Glimmer, things like that? They feel like very similar heroes in what they want. Alright, let's see. Bans coming out for Alliance. They want to get rid of carries they can't deal with. The big reset from Nagasiren is a nice one. Nemiga, they get rid of the puck. For the record, I was gonna say Respike was in the pool, but no, I just noticed. Yeah, he's banned. My bad. I got too excited for a second. To get rid of the Spectre, well, it makes sense. Alliance is not gonna pick it, not that when they have a Faceless Void. So why leave it in the pool? I like that ban a lot. It will give Nemiga a fair amount of late game security. If you're Alliance, do you want to take Dawnbreaker? I mean, you can if you have an Aghanim Scepter, your ultimate's amazing with a Chronosphere. You do a decent amount of damage. You synergize amazing with a Spirit Breaker because he can easily hold people down for 10 seconds for you to actually. What did they go with? They go for the Slardar. S4 Slardar. All right, I saw Spirit Breaker and I was like, this is not S4 hero, you know. He doesn't like these overly aggressive heroes. He likes something a little bit more. Apparently Slardar is less aggressive than Spirit Breaker, but it feels more like an S4 hero. Nemiga, you got 20 seconds left. You know exactly what you're going up against. You need a carry here. No, Terrorblade is in the pool, and so is Morta in the pool. Morta's in the pool. That's something you can work with. And they go for the TA again. All right, I'm kind of okay with that pick. Let's see. So, where Thompson? Is it gonna be Thompson? No. Oh, Thompson Slardar. See, I was looking at the Dazzle. I was like, what if they switched it around and he takes Spirit Breaker? But no, Thompson takes Slardar mid, and S4 goes on the Dazzle. Oh, I have a headache. Oh, why does he do this to me? All right. In the meantime, it's going to be Force Mage, so it's going to be the position 4 Grimstroke, position 5 Pugna. I'm okay with that. Like I said, I feel like these two heroes want almost the exact same item build, and of the two, maybe you prioritize the Grimstroke a little bit more. So, and he works really well with the Brewmaster in the lane here. Although I feel like in general Chen should be okay with. Interesting draft. But I don't bet against Spirit Breaker. That's just how it is. You see a draft, no matter what, you always go for the Spirit Breaker. Position 4, I actually think like Spirit Breaker position 4 is pretty fine. I know that a lot of people say, oh, he should be picked as an offlane, and he should if you can, but position 4 works just as well. You're like 5 minutes behind on your items, and that's about it. And the hero scales really well. You can have something else as an offlaner. So I'm a big fan of the Spirit Breaker 4. I think Pablo played amazing with the Phoenix in the previous game, so I think he's going to do well this one. So I'm betting this one goes 2-0. I mean, not actually betting, for the record, but I just assume that it's going to go 2-0 here based on what they have. Nemiga, they do have good team fight, by the way. Like, they can actually late game. I don't think this is as one-sided as the previous one. You know, you have Brewmaster, you have Pangolier. You can play a bit fast with the Pugna as well. Grimstroke Soulbind is really good. Not a whole lot of synergy with the Soulbind, but still, you got some combinations here. I think this is a closer game than the previous one, but I mean that really doesn't mean anything. So we'll see how Hans can play it. Also, Hanskin has this beautiful double dog thing that he's riding when we start, and Einkrad is a Grandmaster Pango with 700 games. Very impressive. Charlie, of course, is a Grandmaster Faceless Void. We saw that in the previous game, and he certainly looked very comfortable with it. Alright, and as we go into the game, it's an immediate pause. This time it's Alliance that's starting off with the 5-man smoke here. Although I imagine that just because Nemiga didn't give a chance to click it. So, let's see what we're working with here. Oh, Hanskin, he's got a hardware issue here. That's perfect. Just what we want. Well, I've never seen this. Who did you guys see that? I don't know. But who has that voice line? That's incredible. So was it, Mom, get off the Wi-Fi on Black. That's pretty cool. All right, so off. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I don't think it doesn't really fit Dota too much, but it's still so super good. Hanskin, he is going to go straight up for the Solar Crest. Pablo. In general, it feels like you just build support Spirit Breaker as core Spirit Breaker. There's really no difference to them. I've seen some people used to be like, oh, let's get Phylactery, it's super good. And it's like, it was okay for 2 weeks. Then you go for like Solar Crest and Yules, and that was pretty good, but who cares? All right, we're going to go to the game right now. I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing me. Well, in which case I feel bad, but hey, look at that. So what is this trick of sending your couriers forward? Basically, this saves you time when they deliver items later on. So you want to bring that, it gives you like, what, 3 seconds of time. But if you've died when you almost had a salve, you'll know what those 3 minutes are. So is it a play that's going to win you a lot of games? No. But might, you know, make a difference in that 1 out of 1,000 game that wins it for you in the end. All right, 10-man smoke here. Who's going to run into who? And it looks like Nemiga, they guess north, they go north. Alliance hesitating to go up and decide they just don't fight anyone in the end. I wonder how you build offlane Dazzle. Is it the same Hand of Midas Agam Scepter or straight up Agam Scepter, or do you go, or is there something unique? It feels like the Agams is just a little too good for the Dazzle. Is Nemiga gonna go into them? Pretty scared to go and fight. There's a lot of. In the previous game, I harped on a lot about the lack of like easy stuns, but Elias has so much of them. BB, sorry, might be feeling a few of them here. There's got a little few hits coming out. He's very durable though. This is Brewmaster. He's starting off with plus what 7 stats, and looks like the charge comes out, but there's no damage. He's gonna have to become a nice use of the blood grenade. So Pablo might be losing his Inkswell any second now. There you go, gets him in the end. BB probably gonna lose his life in return, but you're pretty happy for Nemiga. You do get the kill. I think he didn't want to pop the Inkswell to get the kill, but it's like in the end you have to get it. So pretty good kill for BB starting off. You really care about how this Brewmaster is gonna do for Nemiga. Him as well as Einkrad are kind of the main point. And look at that. Look at that. That's what is that dog with 2 heads or 3 heads? Come on, Cerberus, right? I think he has 3 heads. Super cool. One's like fire, one's ice. That's like Jakiro dog form. Alright, so tops and mid on Slardar. Yeah, that's new. I guess he'll be using a lot of his bash to land on Einkrad and for the damage later on. They probably didn't want that. Maybe Tops was like, I don't want the Dazzle versus Pango matchup. You know, if you mess up, he gets next to you, especially as ultimate later on, you have problems. On Slaughter, you're fairly tanky. You're not scared of things like that. So mid lane, can we switch to last hits? By the way, we have KD up. I think that I do favor the Slaughter just a little bit, but it's really, like I said, this is a matchup I've never seen before. The Slaughter and Pango. I think the Slardar is disarm on one, bash on the other. And 6-2, 6-1, so fairly even. The only thing that's kind of crazy is that the fact that Charlie has gotten not a single CS right now. Well, he gets to it as we talk about it. It's fairly early though. Wonder what item build you go for this Slardar. So far it's Phase Boots and Magic Wand, which, you know, you always want. Although, you could argue that Slar is one of those heroes who prefers a power treads for the extra attack speed, but phase boost is also fantastic for the chase. So I don't think that there's any like bad options there when it comes to boots. And yeah, 9 equal in the mid lane here. What we're looking at here for the TA, Violent, he is doing fairly well for himself. S4 on this off-lane dazzle. Poplar charges in. Do they have enough to kill so bad? Decryptify can do a lot to mitigate that poison touch. So you just decryptify, you basically can, well, walk out of it. So Pugna. And there, by the way, that's me. That's me. I'm playing right now. You know? Let's see about what Sobaz is going to be thinking out here. Top lane. Can they kill Charlie? Feels unlikely. It just, you know, I don't think they have the burst damage to do it if he's full health and you have hands. And Hanskin will probably have like a creep or something. So I'm looking for a relatively passive laning phase overall. Doesn't seem like any lane has that insane kill potential. Like, oh yeah, they're going to be killing people here left and right. Maybe if Thompson can do something crazy here in the mid lane. It takes a lot of damage though. He's actually got a bottle. And Thompson, forced to use the Fairy Fire actually, was worried about this Aincrad. Only because they're going for the kill here. Level 4 each. Swashbuckle's probably off cooldown now. But I think Thompson's got a decent amount of health here. Top lane. Can they get a kill? Hanskin is probably the target you want to go for if you can get it. They do get it. Hanskin loses his life. Charlie may not be a target, but if Hanskin shows up, he's going to be losing it. I saw him actually convert one of the Radiant creeps, which is not ideal. And oh, BB2 denies one of them, the flag bearer. Well done. Mid lane, both of these players pushing it to the edge, and S4 loses his life here. So Nemiga just punishing them on the side lanes right now with a 1,000 gold advantage. Thompson looks like he was going to go for this bounty run. Feels like he doesn't have a whole lot of health. Doesn't have Guardian Sprint, so he moves slow from lane to lane. At least he's gonna be able to, you know, refill his bottle. Well, 4 sips to River 2 from the bounty. But and what does the Brewmaster has? Gets the Urn. Spirit Vessel, fantastic against really everything that Alliance had. They have a good amount of heal, and just yeah, you'd love to have it. Then he'll probably go for either Hand of Mice or the Radiance. I really love the current Brewmaster build. I feel like it gives you so much like utility and tempo. And I prefer to see the Hand of Mice. I just feel like it's a bit safer just because games are going so late. Thompson again, very low health. The thing is, you can swashbuckle from a mile away, but you can't slither and crush, you know, to like come back for that. And check out all 3 cores of Nemiga at the top and by a decent margin. Particularly Charlie and S4 are suffering right now. You know, like Thompson, he's doing well to keep up with Aincrad. Although he is forced to like get more region out than he'd like to, rotate around the map to get those ruins, but he is at least up there. By the way, you guys see that urn has been there for like an hour now for the Brewmaster. So just in case you guys don't know, he has an urn. Gaben is really onto that urn. Tanskin. Oh, okay, this could be something. You got the extra movement speed, but looks like no golem stuns to bring him down. Maybe when he dies, that urn will disappear. I can't stop looking at it. Alright. So bad he's mid. Although not the greatest combination, the Pango and the Slaughter, but it will be enough. Nope. It's like it's not. Thompson very tanky, but he's been on like 20-25% health for most of this laning phase. Needs to be very careful. The charge coming in. Pablo needs to get something going for his team right now because they are losing laning phase. And oh my god, they're really going for it. The Griffin comes out. It actually increases the damage from Gary Bash, but not by a big deal. Aincrad no mana, so he can't actually go for Thompson here. Ball comes out. Oh my lord, Thompson gets it. He risked it. Can he get the heal off? Alright, double damage comes out. He's healing. He's thinking of going back in. No, doesn't even need to. Just use the ultimate. Gets the assist gold out of that as well. That was pretty wild. Alliance playing it playing really close to the chip. Very risky, you know. They make it out just fine. Alright, so thanks to that, suddenly the game, yes, it's still the net worth the lead hasn't changed, but it does feel like Alliance a little bit more back into it. What do you have here on Pablo? He's just got the blood grenade, the stick, and boots. I expect phase boost is going to be his first big item here. Thompson continuing to sort of just go for these balls, and S4 loses his life again, but it does cost them 3 people to get him. So it's not, yeah, it's not the biggest deal here. It's like top lane, can they get a kill on BB? They'd love to, but he doesn't have it. I don't think that Thompson is going to be able to. He's going for it. Actually, they might throw a couple of those. He's going for it like crazy here. Can they get it? The slows come out, and Thompson in the end decides it's just not worth his time. He did die for it though. This is, I guess this is why we don't really see a whole lot of mid Slardar. The hero feels like he's not really the best at chasing for kills, right? Doesn't have, like, yeah, he has a bit of movement speed with Slither and Crush, but it's nothing like a Swashbuckle or Rolling Thunder. Violent, taking a few hits here. They need that poison touch, but grenade comes out. Do they have enough? He needs a bash. He gets it. 17%, baby. But they are going to be losing S4. Still, you're fairly happy here if you're Pablo, because honestly, that kill doesn't happen, you know, 9 times out of 10. Hanskin losing his life again. Oi, oi, oi. And BB being charged. This is pretty good. It gives you the vision you need. Charlie is going to lose his life as well. By the way, by the time the charge reaches, BB's gonna be fine. He's already got 2 supports and he's earning up. So Pablo's charge is gonna be useless. And yeah, this draft from Alliance, I didn't like this mid Slaughter. I was thinking it's gonna be off lane. They're gonna be putting mid Dazzle, and I was like, okay, that's good. But the switch up has not worked out for them. Alright, can we look at net worth? I want to see who's. I'd love to know who's really ahead. I imagine Violent is having a fantastic time overall. Same thing with Aincrad being charged up. He did ultimate in time, but he's got that shield from the shield crack, and he's gonna be just fine. It looks like, yep, Pablo, he is in that. Oh, what? Aincrad, very unfortunate, but they still get the kill. What's he going for? Going for the Wraith Band on the Slardar. Solid. Armor's good, attack speed is good. And it's probably the best out of the upgrade of the circlet upgrades, right? Like Bracer's pretty good, but I mean it's not that impressive compared to something like a Wraith Band. I feel like we rarely see Bracer coming out, unless you're up against like a very magic heavy lineup, which we just don't see. It's always like mixed damage, and Wraith Band gives you what, 4 armor? Pretty wild. That is a triple stack. That's 4. Yeah, unlikely he's going to be able to actually farm it. Or at least it's going to take a while for him to get it. Not like he's going to farm it, so it's just going to take a while. And yeah, he's only got 30. Wow, look at the CS though. Charlie and S4 suffering. Yeah, BB is suffering as well, but he's got a couple of kills. Damn. No, net worth good. Yes, Hanskin, he's baiting. But do they have enough to actually kill him? No, the split comes out. Hanskin might lose his life. Pablo is still charging, and Hanskin probably losing his life here. They're trying a lot to bring him, to keep him alive, and there you go. The kill comes out. They have 4 people in this lane, by the way. They have 4 people here, and he still manages to get a kill. And oh my god, if BB makes it out. Alright. Oh, taking them a while. Holy crap. I just realized all 3 of these heroes have some sort of bash ability. The Faceless Void, the Slardar, as well as the Spirit Breaker. You can't like man up if you're getting hit. Charge coming in. Looks like Alliance, are they gonna go for this? Pretty risky here. Thompson, he's losing a lot of health. They might. Oh, do you have Chronos? Do you want to use it? Aincrad, he's chasing for this kill for Thompson. He might get with a Swashbuckle at the end. No, he's going for Aincrad instead. Almost gets Thompson as well. But in the end, sorry, he gets Pablo instead. Charlie came in, but didn't really have a good like target for him to chrono, so he decided not to use it. And overall, Nemiga is running circles around the Alliance right now. That mid tier 1 is also gone. In the previous game, it took Nemiga like 24 minutes to get it. Now they take it very early on, closing the map a little bit for Alliance here. Charlie is going for a Hand of Midas, so he's not too interested in these early fights. He's kind of looking at his team and being like, you got, and of course he also needs to recover. But he's looking at his team like, you can't really rely on him. If he shows up with just Hand of Midas, no Mask of Madness and Maelstrom build. Bottom lane, I'm sensing maybe they're going for Thompson here. There's 4 people. Can they get him? Looks like it's a nice Nether Strike by Pablo, but it's not enough. Thompson, it's not working out. Pangolier, he does not go for the Orb of Corrosion, by the way. He goes up straight Diffusal Blade. I like this. Slardar, Spirit Breaker, even Faceless Void, they're not high mana heroes. And early Diffusal does a lot of work for you. You can get Orb of Corrosion after, or even consider not going for it at all. But this early defusal on the Pinnacle is amazing. And Pablo, look at that. Look at that. Is he swashbuckle? Is he gonna go for it? Nope. Smart move. He doesn't need to. But yeah, Aincrad is doing so much for his team right now. 5,000 gold lead for Nemiga. This is insane. I think BB is going... Yeah, he's not even finishing his Hand of Mice, by the way. He's just going straight up Radiance. Why not? You only have 800 gold away from the Relic. You might as well just get it now, and if it accelerates your farm, you can get the Hand of Mice after. That solo kill while 4 people were there was insane. Unfortunate smoke by Nemiga. Aincrad was already being charged, which means that they know. Now, are they... Pablo is... Wow, okay. I thought for a second he's going to finish it, but cancels the charge last second. And they walk through a ward for Nemiga, so they know this is happening. Lions wisely back off in time. What's the win percentage, by the way? Well, I say wisely back off. Charlie, he's still around. Aincrad's his smoke breaks, and obviously they notice that the creeps move that way. That means something's up. Mind the Mice finished on Charlie. 30 minutes, not the worst, but oh dear. Oh Charlie. Oh Charlie. The guy's playing with my heart right now. Alright, Thompson. What's he going to go for? Going for the Aghanim Scepter, first item. I believe this makes you, gives you like status resistance, yeah, a good amount of HP regen, as well as bonus armor. It's a lot. And increases. Wait, you get more puddle radius and wow, 25 seconds. I didn't realize. I think the average puddle duration is like 5 seconds. I didn't realize it goes up to 25. That explains why I usually see a few of them. But it's a decent amount of regen armor, which is what you need. You know, you're up against a super anti-armor lineup with the Pango as well as the TA. So the puddles could make a lot of work for it. Could do a lot for him. And speaking of a lot of work, S4, he's gonna... Yeah, he's dead. He is dead. 12 and 4. Nemiga tripling their kills. Maybe I should have bet against the Spirit Breaker. But come on! He's Spirit Breaker. How often do you see this guy lose? Thompson actually takes Lewis the Ruin, feeling like he just needs it right now. Can't blame him. And my god, the net worth. Look at that. 8,000 on Viant, 7,000 on the cores. On Alliance, you're looking at 5,000 for each of the core. There is a huge discrepancy between them. What was it like? I'm not gonna math it, but something like what, 22,000 net worth core on the cores versus 15,000, 7,000 difference between the cores. Alright, there's a few hits coming up. Pablo, he's gonna live. Oh my lord, S4 uses his ultimate to stay alive. But good use of the soulbind here. Nice stun coming out. Violent. The Cripify actually keeping him alive for a little bit. Can they get the kill here? I think Violence, it looks like he's in trouble here. The skills comes out, but it's nowhere near enough. And Force Major, they get him as well. So they only lose Pablo, and Pablo dies last, so he does get the experience. So fairly happy here for Alliance. A bit of a comeback. I mean, you get the kill on the most valuable target on the main side. BB, he is like, you know what? I want to get something here. S4 gets the grave off. And BB decides it's not worth my time to go for it. Very, very close to this Radiance. And Thompson, oh, just looked pretty good. In the end, it's a 2-for-2 trade. Alliance still gets the better end of it, but what was a really good trade became like, I guess we got something out of it. Well, more than them. Charlie is starting to slowly go up into his net worth. Can we look at S4? What's his item? I haven't seen if he went for the Hand of Mice or the Aghanim Scepter first on the Dazzle. Dazzle? Dazzle. Radiance is finished up. Oh, hey, there you go. Now the earn thing is gone. Okay. Well, you know what? We don't want to show you guys what Dazzle has. We'll keep you guessing. Alright. And, oh, he's going straight up for the Aghanim Scepter. Oh, about 1,000 gold away from it. Will help when he has it. But it is a bit risky here. Yeah. If you can shadow wave enemies and does more damage to do that. And as for the split won't be in time. He's gonna very nice. He was able to juke just a little bit, forcing BB to sort of get there. And he's like, I don't want to waste my ultimate. If he takes like a second to explode and throw the rock. So very nice. In the meantime, mid. So bad. He's gonna be fine. There's a little bit of trading here. And what do we have here from the Spirit? Pablo, he's going for the Shell Blade. So less of the build that we see some of the Spirit Breakers go for. You know, the Hand of Mice into Octane. He wants to go for more of that assassin type build. It's not bad, but it's not as good late game. You know, like you have to really get kills out of it to be worth it. Once they stick as 5, that Shadow Blade is useless. It's only good when the enemy splits apart and you can get pickoffs. Alright, what are we working on here? Thompson, a little bit of damage, but he's gonna be fine. I like what Xctn has. He has that Ogre Frost Mage, which gives you like +8 armor and the slow. It's pretty damn good. As we mentioned though, Nemiga has a huge, massive anti-armor draft. S4, they're coming out from both sides. Nemiga here. Alliance, they're going to be sandwiched in, and they are. Looks like Xctn might be losing his life. He hasn't gotten the ultimate off. They want to go for Thompson. Thompson is. Oh no! Okay, he's down. I thought he was going to make it out for a second. Xctn also loses his life. Wasn't able to use the ultimate. Could have maybe kept Thompson alive. And S4, he is TPing. He should be able to make it out just fine. Alliance. Bleeding out kills. They do get Force Major, and a lot of it's thanks to all those creeps coming up from Xctn. So, all right, let's look at the recap. It's still a huge thing for Nemiga. They're very happy with what they have. It's actually not that bad. 800 gold, about 1,000 experience. It's not too bad. And Charlie just continuing with the Hand of Midas, making the comeback. The problem is I don't think Charlie can 1v5 this game. You know, you kind of require Thompson and S4 to give you a little bit, because you're not getting a whole lot from the Dazzle and Slaughter so far. Looks like Roshan's gonna fall pretty fast. So it's gonna hurt you to Violence, I think. Probably him, right? It's like you have Rolling Thunder on the Pango, you have Split on the Brewmaster. Only it seems that let TA would be the best target. Bottom lane, who did they find? Pablo's there, but looks like they're not actually get the kill. Pangolier, he decides not to go for the Orb of Corrosion. Instead, wants to get the Manta style, just to remove that minus armor coming out from the slaughter. I don't think there's anything else you actually can remove. I suppose the time dilation is nice, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. I mean, like you could get Yules as well, but you want the Manta so you can keep